back in your face. I'm back in your face, I said. I'm back in your face. Right here. Look. StopItBeat.com. Go copy your hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, know what I mean, undergarments, whatever. Ladies, I prefer you buy the undergarments. If dudes buying boxer shorts with my face on them, makes me a little uncomfortable. But whatever, man. Do what you got to do. It's out there. We'll talk about the Democratic National Convention today, because that's what I said I was going to talk about. I'm going to make this brief. If you watched it, great. If you didn't, who gives a fuck? All I'm saying is, if you didn't watch it, your opinion, to me, not really that valid. I watched last night's coverage. Some of the speeches were moving, but they didn't move me to agree with anything that I didn't already agree with or disagree with anything that I previously agreed with. Same as the Republican National Convention. What I did notice was this election isn't about Obama or Romney. This election is about Obama versus not Obama. People who dislike Obama versus people who like Obama. That's what it's about. It's not about anything else. You don't believe me? Watch the things for yourself. You may come up with a different opinion, but if you do come up with a different opinion, I say make your own video. You know what I mean? Point it out to other people, because what I have noticed is nobody's doing the research. They're watching speeches. They listen to the politicians. They're listening to the political analysts. Some people aren't even watching the speeches. They're just listening to the analysts. So now you're getting somebody else's opinion about what happened. So I'm not going to go into the speeches from last night, because if I saw them and you didn't see them, what you're assuming is I saw exactly what you would have seen if you saw it. Does that make sense? You ever seen a person, a beautiful woman, and told your friend, damn, look at that girl, she's beautiful. He said, she's all right. You know what that means? You two saw the exact same thing and got a different reaction from it. Same thing with the politicians talking. Two people can see it and get a different reaction. So don't accept somebody's condensed version of what happened last night. It was a da-da-da-da-da-da. Guess what? If you go to the conservative side and ask them how last night was, they'll go, well, I don't care what the conservatives say. Then you don't even fucking need to listen to this shit. Just do what you're going to do. You were going to vote anyway the way that you were going to vote. That's the point, man. These ads, waste of time, waste of money. We $16 trillion in debt, and they're spending millions of dollars to put out ads, half of which aren't even fucking true. And the worst part is, a lot of us don't even know that it's not true, because nobody's going to take the 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes it takes to research the shit. Barack Obama spoke about it last week, had an ad put out against him by the Romney campaign. Wasn't put out by the Romney campaign, I'm sorry. By Romney supporters that said Barack Obama repealed the work requirement for welfare. Bullshit. I said it was bullshit. I showed it was bullshit. You can Google it right now and prove that it's bullshit. And what I got in response to that was, you're a Barack Obama supporter. No, bitch ass. I'm a supporter of the truth, you simple bastard. All you gotta do is Google this shit. So you're saying you're okay with having the president chosen based on a lie? That's cool with you? I don't give a fuck about Romney tying dogs to the roof, because I'm not a Peter person. But if you're a Peter person, that probably pissed you off, and maybe you won't vote for vote for Mitt Romney. Whatever. But what I'm saying is, don't fucking get mad at me for telling the truth. If they say something about Mitt Romney and it's proven that it's not true, I've corrected that. I've given the Democrat shit. I've given the Republican shit. You know why? Because as an American, what we really need is the fucking truth. And people aren't telling the truth. And we talked about why they aren't telling the truth, but that's not even important anymore, because the information that they're saying to us is too easy to fucking research. So instead of me spending hours and hours listening to them say the same shit over and over again, I'll listen to them say it once, go back, research it, find out it's wrong, and say fuck you for being a liar. Now, I'll say this, I won't vote for anybody because they're trustworthy, because none of them are fucking trustworthy. Stop it, B. Do your own research. That's all I'm saying. You listen to these videos, thanks. Appreciate it, but you shouldn't think like I think. You should think like you think, because the shit that affects me doesn't affect you. You know why? Well, let's give you a quick example. If you're a woman who's of childbearing age, some of the laws that the Republicans are working on implementing affect you differently than they affect me. Not saying better or worse, not saying right or wrong. I'm saying they affect me differently, so it's an indirect issue to me. Not really direct, because I'm never going to have a baby. Not going to. It's not going to happen. So it affects you differently. If you're in the LGBT community, gay rights issue affects you directly. Not saying it doesn't affect me, but it doesn't affect me directly. If you're a 67-year-old retired man who's already made all of his money, has his retirement in place, has a summer home, his kids are taken care of, they're already through school, then the economy, let's be honest, the economy affects everyone. Bullshit. 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 Bill Gates has not woken up one time in the last 20 years and said, I gotta find me a job in a tough economy. It ain't gonna fucking happen. It doesn't affect all of us equally. Stop the bullshit. Stop the madness. Stop lying. Stop it, D. Stop it. The fuck out of here with this biased ass bullshit, man. Most people in this country are not conservative or liberal all the way. Most of us are somewhere in between, because on some issues we're conservative as shit, and on some issues we're liberal as shit. And depending on what directly affects us, that's who we usually lean to. Personally, I think it's bullshit. I lean towards the truth as much as I can tell it's the truth, and I try to present that. If you want to follow that, good. If you don't, good. But follow something. Don't be out this motherfucker quoting commercials in my face, because I'll tell you to eat a dick up till you hiccup. Stop it, B, man. Fuck the conventions, you know what I mean? Fuck the commercials. Get yourself together and do some research. Vote for what makes sense to you. Vote your conscience. And after you vote your conscience, stay involved. Stay on the people's asses, man, because the system is fucked up. Two-party system is no different than a one-party system. We got a fucking monarch and it's not even chosen by the people. We'll talk about that later. Dipset, I'm out. Stop it, B.